Your side at 4. Focused on you.
First at 4, 24 hostages held by Hamas are now free. This after nearly 7 weeks. Red Cross trucks left Gaza today with those freed hostages. Good afternoon. I'm Brent Solomon. Kay Quinn has the day off. Hamas released those hostages today as part of a deal. In exchange, Israel must release 39 Palestinians who are being held in detention centers. It's part of a 4-day pause in fighting between Israel and Hamas. Israeli authorities confirming 24 women and children were the first to be released. No Americans released in that first group. Laura Aguirre has more on our ongoing coverage.
The first batch of hostages, thank God, have been released from Hamas's hell dungeons, are in the hands of Israeli special forces.
It's a confirmation that's had Israel and much of the world holding its breath. 24 Hamas-held hostages, 13 Israelis, 10 Thai nationals, and 1 Filipino citizen are now free. The group passed from southern Gaza through Egypt's Rafah crossing, escorted by the Red Cross Friday morning, on their way back to Israel and reunions with family members.
They all look very tired, very scared, and I really want them to sleep in their beds already tonight.
The U.S. worked closely on the Israel-Hamas exchange deal along with Qatar and Egypt.
We expect more hostages to be released tomorrow, and more the day after, and more the day after that.
This long-awaited batch of releases comes hours after an agreed-upon pause in the fighting between Israeli forces and Hamas. In return, Friday, Israeli authorities agreed to release 39 Palestinian prisoners toward a total of 150 as part of the current 4-day exchange deal. In total, 50 hostages held by Hamas are expected to be freed in the same time period.
Definitely a fantastic first step. That still leaves 215 hostages inside the Gaza Strip, and none of us here are free until all of them are free.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
And the breakthrough deal between Israel and Hamas comes after weeks of negotiations and demonstrations from both Israeli and Palestinian supporters all across the world. As the released hostages make their way home, many in our area now reacting. Political editor Mark Maxwell joins me now with that part of our coverage. Mark.
Good afternoon, Brent. First, we're seeing reaction from members of Congress. U.S. Senators Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin both expressing relief for the release of these hostages and urging a renewed focus on a two-state solution. As video shows those hostages making their way across the Rafah crossing in Gaza, Congresswoman Cori Bush said this hostage release proves a point. She said this 4-day pause in warfare, quote, proves the effectiveness of de-escalation and diplomacy, not military force. Bush says, quote, we must continue to vigorously push for a permanent ceasefire that ends this violence. In Creve Coeur, a Jewish congregation that has been praying for the release of these hostages holds out hope that more will get to come home soon.
It's a big day. We've been praying now for 7 weeks for these hostages to be released. And of course, it's only the first 24 out of 240. But it's a big moment to know that some people have been able to be reunited with their families and begin to come back home. And, hopefully this is the beginning of all of them returning home over the next few days or weeks.
No Americans were released in this first wave, but President Biden again reiterated this is just the beginning of these releases they expect. The rabbi told us they're waiting on pins and needles to hear word of the safe return of the rest of them. He said it was a sign, this release, that Israel's ground offensive was working to apply pressure.
Mark Maxwell reporting this afternoon. Today, the St. Clair County coroner confirming that someone shot and killed a teenager in Cahokia Heights. Police found 2 teens shot inside of an SUV on Adele Avenue on Thanksgiving afternoon. A 16-year-old boy, neighbors say, was the front seat passenger, died after being shot multiple times. Investigators say the 17-year-old driver was also shot multiple times. He's being treated at a hospital. Right now, no arrests. People at a Maryland Heights apartment complex have to find a new place to live this holiday weekend. A fire broke out last night and rekindled early this morning. It happened on Silent Spring Drive, that's near 270 in Dorset. The Maryland Heights fire chief tells us the fire caused major damage. No one was hurt. Fire officials say insulation and support beams in the attic are what caused the fire to rekindle overnight. Well, right now, Manchester officers are out along Highland Boulevard and they're helping with traffic flow. They're taking steps to keep you safe this holiday season as shoppers are out. Officers will also be in that part of Manchester every Saturday and Sunday until Christmas. Time now for your Weather First forecast. I want to go ahead and get a live image now from the Botanical Garden. Garden Glow is now open for the evening. And I'll tell you what, it's a cold night in the garden. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell tracking some colder weather over the next week or so.
You know, we actually have some snowflakes in the forecast for some of us as we head towards late tomorrow night, early Sunday morning, but it's not something we're very concerned about, that's for sure. It is chilly, though, out there this afternoon. Clouds on the increase, plus there's been a bit of a breeze that adds to that chill. There's a look out at St. Charles, 70 going along Zumbel. Now we get in on Main Street in St. Charles. Christmas traditions ongoing. A lot of folks in downtown St. Charles. You can expect a crowded scene there every weekend. Weather permitting, of course. Temperatures upper 30s, right around 40 for most of us at this point. Clouds are pretty extensive across the region. A lot of high and now some mid-level clouds starting to drift in. We're still at 42 degrees in St. Louis. All the snow at the moment well to our north and west. And again, we're dry through the day tomorrow. So a cold night ahead, dry and bright Saturday, damp Saturday night, early Sunday. We'll probably see a little rain, maybe a little rain-snow mix. But if you're traveling Saturday into Saturday night, heading towards Kansas City and especially from Topeka down towards Wichita or farther west on 70, those are the areas to watch tomorrow. We'll get into more of that in just a few minutes, Brent.
And we'll be looking forward to that. We'll go ahead and get